Okay, my Young and the Restless fans, yes, we are back to talk about another episode on this Friday cliffhanger. First, Victor discovers that Victoria went behind his back. Adam is pretty much done with the whole alliance. Chance asks Sharon on a date, and Abby decides to move in with Devon. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS Soaps, both the Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful. This is your Young and the Restless recap for April 7th. And without any further ado, let's talk about this episode. So we start out over at Society, where Sally is a little worried about what's going on with the baby. She's touching her stomach. She thinks something is off. Nate appears and she tells him that she's worried. She reveals to him that, she's pregnant. Now, he said he did notice something a little different, but he wanted to be respectful and didn't want to say anything because he learned a long time ago not to ask a woman about her changing body. And of course, she thought that was, yes, very smart. Now, when she eats, she tells Nate that she gets nauseous and there's this fluttering feeling in her belly. And he can't give her official diagnosis, but, he did recommend her to see her OBGYN. However, his idea is that he thinks the baby is starting to move, and she realizes it gives the baby energy. And of course, she laughed that she had no idea. Nate suggests, just go have some chamomile tea. So now over at Crimson Lights, Adam shows up trying to order coffee. And yeah, Sharon sees him and he's looking confused. However, Sharon realizes that he didn't even know about Phyllis and that she had died last night. And then we see that he's real quiet after she fills him in on all of the details. And he wondered why she even married Stark. And I'm telling you, he must really be the black sheep of town because he's always the last to know anything. And then Sharon says, I know all about guilt or things left unsaid after someone dies. And Adam is sure that Nick will reach out to her, but says that she can't be everything to everyone. And she vows, I got to take care of myself too. Now we're over at Devon's penthouse where Lily bringing coffee, and she says that she's not doing well and tells him that she comforted Daniel last night. Now she knows Phyllis wasn't everybody's favorite person, but she loved her kids and they loved her. Now Devon knows how hard it is. They wish Daniel didn't know the loss that they share, and it made them put things into perspective. And they need to right the wrongs right now. And they talk about making things right between the two of them. Now, he wants, meaning Devon, to give their partnership at Chancellor Winters another shot. They agreed to total honesty. And Lily asks, why are you doing this? Well, he said he wants his sister back, and they drink to that and talk again about Phyllis's death and embracing life. And it's what Devon will do with his own life. And he shares that also he asked Abby to move in, and his sister was like, wow, okay, don't you think that's a little too soon after Amanda? Devon was like, no. He felt closure after talking to Amanda, and he loves Abby, who has been his bestie for years and is his son's mother. So to him, it all makes sense. So now let's swing over to Newman Enterprises, where Victoria is worrying about poor Summer. Now, Nikki said that they saw her this morning and she's on the verge of a breakdown. Now, Victoria wants to help with the memorial, but Summer refuses everyone. And then the conversation changed as Vicky tells everyone that she withdrew her offer from Tucker. She says that she is just not interested in McCall anymore. And Nikki's mouth dropped open with shock. Vicky was like, it's just not worth buying it. And she says she told Tucker already. Now, Victor, he's not happy about that. He tells her that, look, you should have consulted with me first. She reminded her dad that, look, I am the CEO. And he asked if she forgot who put her there. Now, he accuses her of doing this because of Adam. And she denies it and went on that she has the company and the family best interests at heart. He asked, why are you just so against Adam working for us? Now, she doesn't like them handing him a company of his own. But if he want to buy the company, she suggested he do it without the company's backing. And again, Victor reminds her, who handed you this company? So now with Victoria's new revelation, Victor decides to text Adam, and while he was having a conversation, he decides to take off. Now we're still at the coffee house because we got Sharon watching as Abby talks to Chance about Phyllis's death and how it affects everybody. Sharon walks off. Now Abby has something she had to say. She tells Chance that Devon asked her and Dominic to move in with him. Now, she hasn't said yes yet and doesn't want the visits to be uncomfortable. Chance just shook his head. Look, just go for it. And she wanted to consider his feelings, but I guess he's fine with it. She invites him to move back into Chancellor's State because it's his birthright. And he says, look, it's just a house. But she disagrees. But they agree that they'll keep his room the same when Dominic comes to visit his dad. And then, of course, it's awkward and he takes off. So now we're over at Society and Adam meets Victor there. And Adam says that it's a shame and Victor agrees about the situation with Phyllis. Now, Adam doesn't feel the same loss as much as the others, though he thought that they were similar creatures. Really. Now, Victor tells his son that Victoria doesn't want to buy McCall Unlimited anymore. And Adam tells his father, look, you can override her, reminding him that he owns Newman. However, Victor, he refuses. He respects Vicky's decisions, which is why he put her in charge. Now, Victor says that he haven't given up, though, on acquiring the company, but want to reconsider their approach. Adam wasn't trying to hear it. He just jumped up and said, you know what, forget about it. I think we should just go our separate ways. And he said that he'll just figure out his own future on his own, and he takes off. So let's head back over to Newman, where Nate finds Victoria in her office. And he said he got her text and thought that he'll stop by before work. Now, she knows he did all he could to save Phyllis. Sure he did. Now, she asked what was wrong with her, and he has no idea, and Elena can't get it out of her head. Now, he's no longer a doctor, so he figured, you know, at this point, I just need to move on and focus on my work at Newman. And she tells him about not pursuing McCall anymore. And then she goes into this whole thing about off the record. She says that it's all about Adam for them all, and Adam will be CEO if they buy it, and she wonders why she would hand him an empire. Nate actually thinks she did the right thing, and she calls him an asset. And she says that she'll be adding him to their inner circle now. So now we're back over at Crimson Lights, where we see Sally running into Adam, and she's there for the chamomile tea. She's uncomfortable physically, and Adam notices. Now, he questioned her, but she shrugs and invites him over to join her. Now, they talk about Phyllis, and he asks how his brother is since they had this history. And she said that he was torn up, especially for Summer. Adam doesn't know how he could console Connor if something happened to Chelsea. Now, Adam asks if she's jealous of Nick's love for Phyllis, and she says she's not. She's the mother of his child. It's a bond that they can't break. And they discuss Victor pulling the rug out from up under him once again by choosing his sister Victoria over him and not buying the company that he wanted to run. Now, Sally's sorry that Victor hurt him again. She knows he'd be under Victoria's thumb anyway, and he doesn't need his father to succeed. All you need is you. Now, Adam thinks that she'll be a good mother to their little boy, and they joke about him always having boys, and she tells him about her nausea and how the tea is actually helping at this point. But honestly, I agree with her. Adam, start your own company. Buy McCall on your own. So now right outside, we see Chance and Sharon talking about his discussion with Abby, and Sharon was like, wow, and he shrugs and says, you know what? I just gave it a thumbs up. What else can I do? She says, wow, again, it must have been hard. And he said, it wasn't that hard. She actually thinks that that's good, and it marks the end of things. And he knows that it would be worth a clean break since they have Dom connecting the two of them. Now, Sharon urges him to just let go of his anger. It's only hurting him. Chan says that, you know what, I can pay for her for this therapy session, or I can take her to dinner. And of course, she was looking surprised, and guess what? She agrees to have dinner with Chance. And of course, he's smiling. Now, as Sharon and Chance are now making an official dinner date, Abby went over and arrived at Devon's place to tell him that she wants to move in with him. And of course, he's happy about that, and they share a kiss. And finally, we're back over at Society where Nikki meet up with Victor, and he tells her about his discussion with Adam, who was upset by the news. And then she says she thinks it's a good thing that they can get past the pursuit of a company that Tucker wants to sell to Devon anyway. Now, Victor was like, well, we got a little bit of a problem there because Devon doesn't even want the company now. He wants to go back to Chancellor Winters. And Nikki is shocked. Listen, Adam, please buy this company all on your own. You won't be under Victor's thumb. You won't even have to deal with Victoria, and you might just become a great competitor. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so there you have it, your Young and the Restless recap for Friday, April 7th, 2023. Stay tuned for the Bold and the Beautiful recap also for today. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.